It's been a while since I did a charity shop video, and I've filled up my box again, so I thought must be time for another one. So first one here, David Bowie, the Platinum Collection. This is a 3-disc set. These had all been released separately, I think, so taking different periods of his career and anthologising them. I think I've probably got most of the tracks, but there are some edits and single versions and things like that, so it's kind of nice to have that all in one place. And that was only £1.50 for those 3 CDs. Not unrelated, I suppose. T-Rex Great Hits, the A-sides, 1972 to 1977. You notice it's not greatest hits, it's great hits. This was put out by Edsel, and it's got a lot of major hits there, but it hasn't got Ride a White Swan and a couple of others, so it possibly something to do with licensing rules or whatever, but either way a pretty good roundup of singles. The Beatles Anthology 3, just bought this one this morning, £2, 2 CDs. I'd already got a previous anthology, just I think 2 videos back, and this one completes the set, so really quite pleased to have all of those, by the same band, of course. Love, this was their Strange remix mashup thing. I mean, I wouldn't really class this as a Beatles album as such. It's someone treating the work of the Beatles to in fact George Martin's son, his version of a reimagined Beatles hits album, I suppose, or mixtape, and it is really fascinating. There's some really strange transitions and unexpected juxtapositions, but yeah, you probably need to have all the other Beatles albums first before you explore this one. Della Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. Got this one on vinyl, but saw it for in a special offer, 3 CDs for £1. Plus it's a double edition, so you get an extra disc. So much material on there, can't go wrong really. The Sound of the Smiths, this is just yet another Smiths compilation. As with the Bowie, I think I've probably got all of these tracks somewhere, although there are different 7-inch and 12-inch edits and things like that. But it was, it's the Smiths, and it was 50p, so I thought worth having. The MC5, Kick Out the Jams. I actually paid $1.99 for this, which these days is probably quite expensive for a second-hand CD. Studio One Soul. It's an excellent compilation of reggae and soul music, which there's some really interesting kind of covers of songs that have been more familiar for other artists. Really recommend this one. Joan Baez, the Essential Joan Baez from the Heart Live. Now I bought this one again this morning thinking, oh great, another Joan Baez live album. What I didn't realise until I looked it up later, it's a bit cheeky because this stuff had all been released previously on an album called From Every Stage, and what this does is it just reshuffles the order. In fact, I think even takes out a couple of tracks. So it's all good material, but I have actually got this stuff elsewhere. There's 5 Dylan covers, and it's been arranged here into electric and acoustic sections, although weirdly the Swing Low Sweet Chariot I think is completely a cappella, so that should be on the acoustic section, but yeah, slightly mischievous release. from the same charity shop 1 week previously. This was £1, reduced from $9.49 at our price. Joan Baez, Farewell Angelina from 1965. More Dylan covers, and this was sort of at the height of her folk fame, released on Vanguard. Kevin Ayers, you don't often see him in charity shops, and Falling Up, £1.50. This is from, I think, 1988, so kind of past his prime, but still a great voice and a very intriguing artist. REM, Out of Time, I think everyone's got this. 50p. I already had it on cassette. I thought 50p to have it on CD, why not? Dinosaur Jr. and Hand It Over. I have quite a lot of their stuff, particularly the early work. Always enjoy hearing them. So thought that was worth a go. It's a strange one. Derek Jarman, Poetry, and Donna McKevitt, Music. It's called Translucence, a song cycle, inspired by the writings of Derek Jarman, and it's a kind of classical, modern classical thing. I'm not entirely sure what the sort of conceptual, meaning behind this is, but I haven't played this yet, but I need to give that a listen. Jackson Browne, Standing in the Breach. This is still shrink wrapped. This is a quite recent album. This is from 2014. So someone's been given this, I'm guessing, and not fancied it and just sent it straight to the charity shop. Jan Garbarek and Wrights, double CD of ECM music. This is, again, not the kind of thing you often find in charity shops. Very pleased to find this. $1.99, released in 1998. Freddie Hubbard, Hub Tones, £1. Classic jazz album. Herbie Hancock, Sunlight. This was 50p. Never heard this one. Great collection of keyboards there. Lauren Nyro, Spread Your Wings and Fly, live at the Fillmore East. This is an archive concert release. This is £1.99. Again, sort of upper end of second-hand CD prices, but you don't often see Laura Nyro, so I thought this was well worth a go. There's an FBI anti-piracy warning there, in case anyone was thinking of copying this. Olivia Newton-John, Indigo, Women of Song, reduced from $13.99. This is Olivia singing songs that have she's enjoyed or inspired her that are associated with women. Not sure how good this is going to be, to be honest, but I do like her voice very much. Speaking of voices, Uta Lempa, Punishing Kiss. This is an album in which she collaborates with people like Neil Hannon of Divine Comedy, and performs relatively recent songs by Nick Cave, Elvis Costello, Tom Waits, and it's kind of interesting. It's not the best use of her voice, doesn't quite work. There's a fantastic track called The Case Continues, written by Neil Hannon. and the songwriting is good, but there's something a little bit jarring about it, I would say. She and Him, a very She and Him Christmas. This is really nice. Basically, they sing Christmas songs in a kind of modern, friendly, amusing way. I like her voice more than I like his, but yeah, pretty good stuff. Esther Offerim in New York with Bobby Scott and his orchestra. So she's an Israeli singer, probably best known for Cinderella Rockefeller with Esther and Abby Offerim. This has covers of A Taste of Honey, and there's songs by Stephen Sondheim and so on, Rodgers and Hammerstein. And finally, Joni Mitchell, Ladies of the Canyon, classic album. Have this on vinyl but not on CD. The box is a bit cracked, but I'll replace that. Newly digitally remastered from the original master tapes. So that's it. My recent charity shop finds.